Alrighty, YouTube, Niner Empire, 49ers-Bears this upcoming Sunday in San Francisco. I believe it's a 4:05 kickoff or a 4:25 kickoff. But this is going to be a very competitive, interesting game. Obviously, the 49ers, very underwhelming season. They battled injuries. They battled players having tragedies. Trent Williams, obviously, Charvarius Ward. Christian McCaffrey out for the year. Jordan Mason also put on IR. He might be back a few weeks before the season ends, but either way, the 49ers are going into this game very, very injured. When you look at the Bears, obviously they're coming off of that choke against the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving that got Matt Eberflus fired. Thomas Brown, I think his name is taken over for the Bears as their interim head coach until obviously they hire a new head coach following the season. But yeah, man, this is going to be an interesting game. Obviously, if in terms of our division, yeah, we're not out of the playoffs, but I doubt we're going to make it. There's going to be a couple different things that's going to have to happen in order for the 49ers to make the playoffs, and that's number one, they're going to have to win out. They're going to have to beat the Rams. They're going to have to beat the Cardinals when they play again. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very weird end to the season. Obviously, if the 49ers would have just hung on and beat the Seahawks and beat the Rams and beat the Cardinals, well, actually, we already beat the Seahawks, but if they would have hung on and beat the Cardinals and the Rams the first time we played them, that's the difference in us being 7-5 opposed to 5-7. So obviously those games early on were very, very big and important games for the 49ers, and obviously with them not winning those games and choking in the fourth quarter with less than 2 minutes left to go, obviously that was a 2-game difference where we could have been, atop our division, but instead we're at the bottom of our division. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, though. Obviously, the Bears, they're a competitive football team. You can definitely tell that the Bears are an up-and-coming team. I think the biggest thing that's holding them back is, they have a rookie quarterback, which I don't think Caleb Williams has played terrible, but he hasn't played great. And then, the Bears have also had some injuries. I know that DJ Moore is going into this game as questionable. I don't know if he's going to play or not. I believe he's dealing with a quad injury. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out on. But no, I mean, the 49ers are about as banged up as you could possibly be. They're going to be without Talanoa Hufanga. I doubt he's going to play. I know he's practiced, or his practice window is opened. But if it's me, I don't think Talanoa Hufanga plays. I'd be pretty shocked if he did. I know Dre Greenlaw is also on the verge of coming back pretty soon, so I think he's going to end up playing against the Rams when we see them again in a couple weeks. So, yeah, I mean, the Niners are without McCaffrey. They're without Mason. They're going to be without Nick Bosa probably again. They're going to be without Trent Williams again probably. So there's not a lot of hope going into this game. I don't know if the 49ers are capable of winning this game, to be completely honest. There's been games where I thought they should have won where they haven't. And, this is a game that the 49ers should absolutely win, with the injuries that they have. The 49ers are still a better team than the Bears with the injuries that they have. But again, I think when it comes down to it, I could see the 49ers playing terrible football Sunday and figuring out a way to lose this game. So I don't know if I'm very confident in picking them to win this game. I think this is really like a 50-50. I would definitely take the Bears at plus money in this one if I was a betting man. But, yeah, again, I mean, it's just going to be an ugly game. There's not a lot of keys for the 49ers to win this game. There's way too many injuries. I have little to no hope in this game, to be completely honest. And, at this point, like I said, I mean, I don't know if there are a lot of ways for the 49ers to win this game. I think the Bears are going to come out playing very good football. I think, a weight has kind of been lifted off their shoulders with the firing of Matt Eberflus. I think they're actually trying to play for their head coach now. I don't think there was a lot of Bears players that liked Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus costed the Bears a couple games this year. And it was inevitable for the Bears to fire Matt Eberflus. I mean, I could have seen that coming a mile away. They shouldn't have even kept him going into this season, to be completely honest. I thought he should have been fired after last year, but the Bears are late bloomers, and they decided to fire him, a little over midway through this year. So, I think Sunday's going to be an interesting game. I think it could be very low scoring. The Niners can't score in the red zone to save their lives. They haven't been able to all season long. I wouldn't be shocked if they won this game. I also wouldn't be shocked if they figured out a way to lose this game. I'm actually leaning more towards the 49ers losing this game than I am them winning it. And I think it's just solely because of the way Kyle Shanahan has been outcoached this year, and the 49ers' lack of effort in the red zone. It's just been embarrassing. It's been such an embarrassing year all around for the Niners. We'll see what happens. If the 49ers lose this Sunday, they will have a top 10 pick in the draft. So that's something to also kind of note and look at. I definitely think for the 49ers, with them, either way, I think the 49ers have a top 15 pick this year. I could be wrong. I mean, if they win out, they're not going to have a top 15 pick, but I definitely think the 49ers, I see them winning 2 more games max. I don't see them winning out. I don't even see them winning 3 more games. I think 2 more wins for the 49ers max this year. I think they're a 7-10 football team. There's too many injuries. The coaching has been awful all season, and I don't see them winning a whole lot more this year. So this could be one of the games that they win. I don't know. I could see them losing to the Bears and then figuring out a way to beat the Lions somehow. That would be like the most 49ers thing ever. Actually, I don't know. There's no way they're going to beat the Lions. It's going to be a weird game. It's going to be a game where, there's probably not going to be a lot of scoring. So I don't really know which way to lean here. I think I do lean more towards the Bears beating the Niners this Sunday. I honestly would be fine with that. Number one, I think us as Niners fans are already kind of used to this team losing this year, and figuring out ways to lose in the most insane ways ever, like the Rams game, like the Seattle game, like the Cardinals game. They've just figured out ways to lose in games that they should be winning and that they should have won. So, again, I'm not shocked if the 49ers lose this game. I'm really not shocked if they win it either. I think it's just going to be one of those type of games where, it's I think where the rosters stand right now with the Bears and the Niners. I mean, I think it's pretty even for the most part. I definitely do think that the Niners still have the better roster going into this game, but the way that players have underperformed this year and haven't played well, again, it doesn't surprise me if the 49ers find a way to lose this game. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be very competitive, and we'll see what happens. So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. How do the 49ers win this game? I have no idea. Maybe coach better than what they have been. Maybe score in the red zone like a good football team should. But I have little to no hope that that's going to happen. So, we'll see what happens. But obviously, I mean, with the Bears, they're out of the playoffs. They're in a division. They're in one of the better divisions in football with being up in the NFC North. Obviously, the Vikings lead that division. Actually, no, the Lions lead that division. The Vikings are 2, and then the Packers are 3. Those are all really good football teams, though. The Vikings, the Lions, the Packers. Those are really, really good football teams. I mean, the game last night between the Lions and the Packers was a pretty good game. I thought the Packers did enough to win that game, but the Lions are a very aggressive team. They're a very physical team, and that's why they're the favorites to come out of the NFC. I think the Lions by far are the best team in the NFC. The Eagles will find a way to choke in the playoffs like they normally do, so I'm not necessarily worried that they're going to do much. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, I mean, this game's going to be a complete shit show. There's too many injuries for the Niners. The Bears are still a bottom feeder team. I definitely think they're on the come up, but they got to get the head coach hire right, and they haven't been able to do that in a long, long time. So until they do that, I don't believe anything in the Bears. I don't believe that they can be a playoff team or anything like that. So, yeah. Let me know your guys' thoughts, though, in the comments down below. Who wins this game? Final score predictions, all of that. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.